Hello. My name is Laura Miller, and I'm here to help you today with expressing some of your mess, whether that be stress or grief or anything, whatever you feel today. This is for you, and just to learn how to express this through using simple art techniques. Today we're going to do watercolor and drawing with a pencil. And then tomorrow we are going to try collage and charcoal. Now, if you don't have certain materials, that's okay. You can just use pencils or whatever you have available. It's okay to use. But I'm primarily going to have watercolor and pencils to use and charcoal. You can easily go to your craft store, your local craft store, and find charcoal pencils, vine charcoal, if you want to use that, and a watercolor, simple watercolor palette like this. I'll show you. Prang, something that kids would even use. You can use this. Try to get the moist watercolors. You don't want to use the dry ones because they're just not that great. But you can if that's the only thing you can afford. Go ahead and get it. But I just wanted to come on here and introduce myself, and I am your expressive art guide, and I am so happy to be bringing this to you. I've worked hard on figuring out how to bring art into people's lives in a more accessible and simple way, to teach them about how to use it to heal and to get through some stress. And art is so healing, and it is such a great healthy outlet for emotions and emotional struggles. So I'm really happy to bring this to you today. So we're going to get started here in a few minutes, but I had to pre-record today because I am a mom, and as most moms out there know, it's a little hard when you have little ones. I have a 2-year-old at home here, so it's hard to find time to do anything live on the spur of the moment. So that is why I pre-recorded today. But tomorrow on Saturday, I will be live with you here to do this right here on Instagram for you. But today, I just wanted to start out and with you and introduce myself and let you know that I'm really excited that you're here with me, and so we'll get started here. Okay, so we're going to get started. So I have just a small brush here and my watercolor palette. Slide that over here. And we're just going to do, you can use regular sketch papers, fine. This is watercolor paper. You can pick up a cheap watercolor paper pad at the craft store. But we're just going to do a simple little mark making lesson here, okay? So I really want you to relax your body first. So if you want to do some breathing, maybe stretch a little bit, maybe listen to some calming music while you're working. That will be really helpful for you while you are doing this exercise. This is a stress relieving thing and just something to kind of loosen you up as you are learning how to do these different techniques. So you'll need some water, obviously, for watercolor. If you don't have watercolor, you can use acrylic paints watered down. That will also work. So I'm just going to choose a color that I'd like to start with. So I'm going to take green. And I'm just going to put some dots of green here. Okay, this is not about having a beautiful art technique. This is about mark making and just relieving stress by just playing around, really. Playing around with colors and mark making. And as you do that, your inner self, your inner emotions will come out and will be able to flow better. And watercolor is really good for learning how to let your inner emotions flow. You could be thinking about something while you're doing this. You don't have to think about anything. Maybe clearing your mind is what you want to do and what would be helpful. So you can also do that as well. So I'm taking a lot of water to these little dots that I have put on here, and I'm just letting it flow. I mean, you can just see how nicely that all flows together there. Okay, so you can make some more. You can do different colors. Like I said, if you listen to if you use a lot of water, it's going to flow even more, so that's going to be really nice. Just let it do its thing. That's another thing, like with watercolor, you don't have to control it. And so that's really great for understanding, like, how to release your stress. You don't have to be in control. The water allows the things to flow, allows the color to flow, allows something to come out of it almost by itself, with the least amount of control. And it's good. It's good to release control for a while and just let it be. Something that I also like to do sometimes is to say a prayer while I'm working on something. Maybe something is really on my heart and I'd like to talk to God about it. I also pray. So you can do that kind of a thing too, or meditate upon something that is encouraging for you, something that is relaxing. If you're doing this for grief, this is also something that's good to kind of open up your emotions. If you've been pushing them back because you've had to go back to work or you have other responsibilities in your life, watercolor is a great way to kind of open yourself up emotionally, okay? And just kind of go with the flow, like go with what marks you feel like doing. You can do circles, I'm just dabbing the paint on here and letting it flow. You can do dots, you can do circles, you can do shapes, you can do just paint lines, you can choose colors that represent your emotion. You can do you can draw, you can draw a face, or you can do representational, or you can do abstract. Like this is totally abstract. Abstract is nice because you don't have the pressure of trying to make it look like something. You just can do whatever. And that really helps your emotions to kind of come out in what you are painting, because there's a cognitive connection between putting the paint on the paper and what is happening in your mind and in your subconscious thinking. So even though you may not feel like you're thinking about anything, it's still there in your subconscious, and it will come out in your artwork and in your painting. And that's a healthy thing. No one has to see these. These are just for your personal benefit. It's kind of like having a journal. This is your personal art journaling. You can even get an art journal to do all these in. And then you can look back on them and see what kind of an impact these made for you in your journey, whether it was stress or grief that you were trying to handle at the time. So, like I said, you can do some deep breathing. You can just Suck in your breath, let it out while you paint. Get some more water, add some more color, let it flow. Okay, so if you have any questions for me, you can leave them in the comments and I will respond. This will be pre-recorded, but I will respond at some point to you. So if you have questions about what I'm doing or what significance it has, you can go ahead and ask me that and I will get back to you. I hope that you're enjoying this so far. So watercolor is great for releasing your emotions, okay? Because it's really a great medium. It flows, so it's kind of an extension of what's happening on the inside, letting yourself flow, letting yourself relax, letting yourself be at peace, just being in the moment of where you are right now. And if you're in pain, if you're in grief and you're in deep pain of grief, you know, this is great to just help you through that pain. You know, it's just going to help you flow better. It's going to help you breathe. You know, I know when my sister died, I would wake up in the middle of the night and be holding my breath. And that's a normal thing during grief, you know, not to be able to feel like you can't breathe or to feel like you have stopped breathing, basically, you know. So if you are painting like this as you're going through grief, you can take those deep breaths, like I said, and then you can just let your brush follow your breath, you know. Just let your brush follow your breath. Just let it out. And just let your hands kind of follow that too and take you into your painting. And I just want to validate your feelings if you are going through grief. These are very real emotions that you feel. Sometimes people don't realize how deeply the pain is being felt because they've never felt that themselves, and so they can be kind of insensitive about it. But they don't realize what you're going through. That's one thing I have learned going through deep grief myself, is you don't know what people are going through. You can't dismiss the pain that they're feeling because it's real and it's really deep. So I just want to validate your pain and help you understand that I'm here for you. So, okay. That's our first painting here. The next thing we'll do is a pencil sketch. Okay, so we're going to do a pencil sketch. So I'll take a regular old pencil and we're just going to start with a simple line, and I want you to think of this line as your center, the center of who you are. Okay, so just draw a simple line here. You can go over it back and forth for a little bit. And then I want you to think of what you need to release. So from your center, you want to release some stress. You want to release grief. So I want you to start going outward. Okay, so do this for a while. And try the other side. Again, some nice, soft, gentle music to do this to would be great. Breathing in, out. And then that will also be good and help you. See how my lines got bigger there when I was breathing? Just let yourself flow. Okay, we are just doing doodles and lines and letting it flow from our center, from our heart, from our center of our being, of our identity, of who we are, of what's going on in our life. Okay. Okay, and then if you want to think about what will come after you release these things. So perhaps you will be able to give to others again. You know, this could be like a fountain coming out. Fountain of giving. And like I said, this is not art for the aesthetic look of art. This is for your emotional health. So it's not going to look beautiful. It's going to look weird. It's going to look, all over the place. It's going to look just like some scribbles. And that's okay. Because you are releasing your emotions. You are releasing tension. You are releasing stress, fear, grief, sorrow, pain. You're letting all of that come through your pencil or your paintbrush. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. You go with how you're feeling. Okay. So then perhaps I need to embrace the center of my being, kind of find stability in who I am. So you could make circles around your center here. This could also be like if you are feeling really bound up or tense, this could also be that kind of a thing, but it could be a positive thing too, like supportive of you, you need support at this point. Right now, I need some emotional support in my life, some personal things I'm going through, so I'm definitely feeling this emotion and this need for support around me and surrounding me. And I do have support, I do, but definitely something that I need to continue having here. Okay, and then you you can come in here and you can draw some lines. You can make some other marks if you want. And like I was saying, these marks go deeper than just your front thinking of your mind, what's on your mind right now. These can go deeper into your subconscious and help you to deal with things, help you to process, even though it just feels like, hey, I'm drawing lines, it's helping you to process what's going on the inside. If you do talk to an art therapist, you could have them look at your drawing and analyze what they think it means for you. Of course, it would just be an idea of what they might feel, because really it's about what you're feeling, not about what anybody else thinks about it. Okay, so this is just another way to release your tension, release your emotions. I want you to have fun with it. Take your time. Don't rush. Let it speak to you. Let it really open you up. And then after you're finished, you can sit down and actually journal about what these experiences have felt like for you as you went through these drawings and the painting. And then just let me know what you think and how you feel about this, okay? And what it meant for you. Because I would love to hear. I'm here to support you. I'm here to lend an understanding and supportive place for you, community for you to come and express your emotions, okay? And I am so happy that we could do this today together, and I really hope that it helped you in some way. As I said, I'm just beginning this expressive arts business, so I don't have all the answers. Nobody does. But I really hope that what I've shown you today will really help you and encourage you and help you through your healing journey, whether that just be stress or whether it be a deeper thing like grief. So let me know, and I will see you tomorrow live. So have a great day, and God bless. So I almost forgot to add that in my bio, you can find a link to sign up for my newsletter. I send out an encouraging newsletter once a month, and also updates on my website, which has more expressive art, and we'll soon have an expressive art package as well that you can purchase. But that is in the making, so it will be here in the future soon. But if you want updates and you want to keep in touch with me, you can sign up for that. There's a freebie today that comes with that. If you sign up, it's an expressive art schedule planner for you. It's just a sheet that you can print out at home and tack up on your wall or something like that. And just to schedule in some time for yourself to do this kind of work, because it's important that you do this. It's important to your healing process. It's important to your daily management of your stress. Even if you get in just 10 minutes a day doing this, or 10 minutes every other day, whatever, however your schedule works, this little sheet will be good for you to use. And so you'll get that whenever you sign up for my newsletter and website updates. I don't flood your inbox with a lot of emails. I only email about twice a month. So you won't get thousands of emails, promotions, and all that stuff from me. I don't like to do that, and I don't have time to do that either. So, but you will hear updates once in a while and an encouraging newsletter once a month. So if you are interested in that and you joined me today, you can go ahead and click the link in my bio and be able to sign up there. Okay, bye. God bless.